Hi, sacred souls. Welcome to my channel, Sacred Intuition 111. Let's get into this, okay? So, this message is for today, and it is the energy that I've been picking up, that someone wanted to give you a message. I'm not 100% sure it is actually a person that you're connected to, or if this is just additional insight from your spirit guides, just to give you maybe closure or maybe just an explanation as to what was going on. So if you felt like people were interfering, that there were like external sources that might have caused misunderstandings, or maybe there were maybe different belief systems that might have caused some upheaval in a connection that you have, okay? If you were wondering why your manifestations, when it came to this particular connection, didn't come in, or if this is not about love, then it is, if you were really trying to work on a certain goal that you had, and you were wondering why hasn't this been successful? This is so funny. I'm just now seeing career. That is funny. Okay, so for some of you, it might be actually more career related than actually love related. And I like that. Anyway, so for some reason, you were not able to reap what you've sown. And I really feel what I'm picking up in this collective that is resonating with this message. You really tried to envision, you really had dreams and goals and aspirations, maybe certain timelines, how you envisioned something to play out. So no matter whether this is career or love related, take it how it resonates, it just didn't come in. And the reason why it didn't come in was because it was sabotaged, okay? There were people who were interfering due to jealousy, or maybe out of, sometimes even just simply out of spite, because someone didn't want you to be in a higher position as they are, or maybe someone didn't want you to have a family before they do, or I don't know what else. Someone, just, oh, okay. Okay, but all right, I'm gonna say it. Someone actually gained energy from it, seeing you in the dark. And even if you were in the dark, or when you were in the dark, you were always still shining brightly. But that person knew that if you would come out of this darker period, your light would overpower anything. You would blind people, but not in a negative way, but more like, if you're already shining so brightly, even in like the darkest times, now just imagine how brightly you shine if there is no darkness that you're illuminating around you, and there's nothing that you have to overpower with your light, and instead your light is going to be amplified. I mean, and especially for people who might be afraid to look at the darker sides of them, right? And it doesn't even have to go as deep as that you have to have like some kind of emotional connection to that person. It could just be Jane, Harry, Georg, Jens, Julia from your workplace, that might have always been quite happy just doing their 9 to 5, and all of a sudden you were coming in and you were stirring things up, right? And you were changing routines around, and some people feel very comfortable with being in a routine. So you were threatening this. So those people would then go and just try to sabotage you in order to maybe stop you in progressing whatever new idea you are proposing, or for instance, or blocking you meeting a certain person, someone who is like always nagging, be like, oh no, that person is out of your league, whatever. I mean, people come up with the most random things sometimes. Um, so, and yes, the card says other people were interfering and trying to control me. But this is very important. Control has to be given. And I know this sucks, but it's so true. Because you are the one in control of your life. And yes, those people and influences, whatever it is, they can really, really make it hard on you. But only if you give them the power. So if this is connected to another person and that person wants to tell you, well, people were in control of them, but that means that they also had still this learning to do, because otherwise they would have known better. They would have been stronger to set boundaries, but obviously they didn't. Now, if this is about you and your success, whether it's abundance as like monetary, like career-wise, recognition for maybe your own business or a project that you're working on, or if it's like literally you manifesting the love of your life, yeah? And people, yeah, like always trying to dictate the narrative. But you're the one who writes your story. And no one else has a freaking business in that, okay? That's very important. Now, what is so interesting is I did ask what is going to happen. And the first card, it just came out like this. And I was like, oh, that's nice. So you are going to get, if it's like love related, there's a romantic gesture. You are receiving a gift. And then I see justice and transform. And I'm like, yes, I love it. Because whatever has been done in the dark, it's coming to the light. And justice is being restored here for you. Whether this is love, career, you take how it resonates, okay? This is turning out in your favor. And you are receiving this gift. And you know why? Because you've done the work. Now, this is interesting. I wanted to use the Lenormand, but then I packed it away. What I didn't notice, those two cards fell onto the Transform card. This is why I didn't see them at first. And then I noticed, and I turned them around, and it's the frickin' tree and the coffin. Now, the tree talks about growth, but it can also talk about your health. And no, this is not like a deadly omen. But this growth is sparking this transformation. It could be that something started in May and is now being finished off in August. Yeah, because I feel like what I'm also hearing is, how do I say this? It's like putting an end to any confusion around where you are meant to go. And I feel like also, even if this is about love, I feel like this growth that you have done, but also the person that you're connected to, if this is truly your message, you will feel it in your soul, believe me. And please be honest with yourself. Don't delude yourself only because something sounds nice. It doesn't have to be for you. It's not that I'm not like wanting this for everyone to be their message. Nope. But be honest with yourself and be very careful who you listen to and how much you consume. Because sometimes it is actually more important to ground yourself and to really, focus inward. Like these messages that I'm putting out, I really just want them to be like an extra confirmation of what you've already been feeling, okay? Or giving you a certain clarity where you already knew, so that you're getting, oh yeah, I knew this. Okay, thank you. All right, thank you. Next. I do not want you and any tarot reading, oracle reading, whatever, that is causing you, after you watched it, to sit there and ruminating around it. Don't. You should never give that much power away. You hold the power. You are the master manifester of your life. And you decide what energy takes like precedence in your life. And I want you to be very protective of your energy. And there's a lot of crap floating in the internet, I'm telling you. And only what I can suggest is to really find the ones who are really high vibrational, who are actually interested in your growth. And that also means those readers who say it is fine if you don't align with me anymore, and that you find someone with who you align again. Or readers who say, you know what, I'm happy if you're happy, and then you don't need the extra confirmation through tarot. Awesome. Then, I would absolutely love it. So if that happens, not if, when that happens, to maybe just come back and like just comment on any kind of community post or whatever plops up. And you're just like, you know what? I actually don't watch tarot anymore because X, Y, and Z finally manifested in my life. Because that is really positive. And I think it's also very important for other people to know that these things do happen. Yeah. Anyway, so definitely the growth is actually leading to a transformation. But it's also meaning that something is being put to rest. Now, let's get some tarot. And I'm gonna use the Holy Grail tarot. I think there is also like a decision point with the Two of Wands. But let's see. What else do we need to know here? It's the healing, yes. There might be still no real movement, yeah. There might be the quiet before the storm, but I feel like it's actually the quiet after the storm that I'm hearing. And it's now how the dust is settling and the path is becoming clear. Four of Wands. Okay, 4-4 might be, look, the Death and High Priestess. How beautiful is this? Look, and there is the manifestation. The manifestation that didn't come in before. Okay, that is interesting. Okay, tell me a little bit about Transform, Justice, and the Flowers. And that's Leo card. We're right in Leo season. The sun stands for the summer, and it's the luckiest card in the deck. Yeah, it is leading to like, to celebration, because it is leading to abundance. And it might build very slowly with the Page of Pentacles, but it's going to be solid. So you will not have to doubt it. Tell us a little bit about the tree and the, look at this. It's healing. This is exactly what I felt. It's the balancing, the growth that is actually causing this transformation. Yep. Yeah, freaking judgment call. Can you make this up? No. Karmic lessons are also being closed out, cycles. That also means if this is about a person that you're connected to and it's romantic, then these people that you're connected to, they're closing also, they're growing and they're closing out their karmic cycles. Okay. I love it. They are becoming emotionally balanced. But maybe it's also about you, how you become emotionally balanced. You are following what really sets your soul on fire, which makes you what is making you emotionally fulfilled, right? It's your growth to maybe also end certain things. Yeah. Okay. I would like to get the message here. Is there anything else that we should be aware of? This. Okay. Yeah, false foundations are being, that's going to be ended out. Yeah. Empress. Stamping into the feminine energy. And wow, celebration is coming. This is really happening. I absolutely love it. Yeah. You know what? We're going to leave it right here. It's quite short and sweet. What's that? Page of Swords. Either you are going to have like a new fresh idea or someone has been watching you. Someone's taking careful aim. Or this is you who is now being this confident leader who's going for what is literally setting their soul on fire. You're self-assured, but I also feel it's someone who's watching you. And I feel like this is someone who was very defensive and might have disconnected in the past from you. Maybe they also disconnected because you were maybe different to what they were used to, okay? And that can also scare people, definitely. Yeah. If this is about love, this is about like a past life soul connection that has lasted for several lifetimes. But it also talks about that you are going to reconnect. Yeah. Yeah, slowly but surely. I think it does take some time, but there is stability coming. And Six of Cups is also a celebratory energy. So what might have been sabotage before when it comes to your career, it is actually turning in your favor. And I absolutely love it for you because you know what? You deserve it. And I wish you all the very best. And if you vibe, please hit like and subscribe. Take care. Bye-bye.